that things like arthritis and osteoporosis and arteriosclerosis and a whole long list of other stuff is basically because the body water has become so perturbed in its informational structure that it cannot function as water, which means that nutrients are not properly transported to the cells and metabolic waste are not properly transported from the cells to the discharge organs, the kidneys, the large intestine, whatever.
This is what people don't understand, is that they get told here in the UK to have your 5 a day or have antioxidants, but no one actually knows what antioxidants are doing and why you should have them. And this is why, to keep yourself vital so your blood is doing its job.
Antioxidants are, as I say, a useful stopgap. But as part of something else, if you just do that and nothing else, you're not likely to get any long-term benefit. You might get a short-term benefit, and I say it might. But until you correct the informational structure of water, and here I must point that tap water in its informational structure is rarely more than 4% water, so 96% of it is stuff that your body can't use.
So you need to drink an awful lot of tap water to get the actual information that your body needs.
No, it's counterproductive, because that 96%, your body can only perceive it as a waste which has to be ejected. So the way to do that is to remove the informational junk from the water in the first place. I mean, quite simple things like taking a glass of water, standing it on a harmony evolution for 5 seconds, and then drinking it. Or when you fill up your kettle to make your tea, before you cook it, put the kettle on the harmony evolution for 15 seconds, and then boil it and make your tea.
I mean, this is one thing, is that with the harmony technology, is, I mean, I've had mine probably about 7 years, and it's always in the kitchen. It's always being used for water cleansing. Or if one of the children's are not very well, they are actually asked to come and have one on overnight. So it's not as if you're buying a product that is for one use. You're not buying it for one illness or whatever. It's a longevity to this, isn't there? And you've got a guarantee.
Yeah, there are 2 guarantees on the product. One is the 6-month satisfaction guarantee. That is, you can return the product for a full refund, as long as it's undamaged, anytime within the first 6 months. And a very small proportion of people actually do this. And it's so small that we don't make any song and dance about it. And then the other one is there's a 10-year function guarantee. Now, it's a 10-year because in some countries there is a legal restriction saying you cannot guarantee a product for more than 10 years. Don't ask me why, but there you are. So we just decided, okay, we'll make that an international standard, 10 years. However, theory says that your grandchildren could inherit it and still use it. Practically, we don't know, because the very first functioning devices were made in September 1989. They are all functioning 100% still. So this gives you an idea of the longevity. Now, they're not function specific. All they're doing is bringing order to whatever is in the system with which they come into contact. So
there's no reason why you couldn't use this on one of your pets?
None whatsoever.
Okay.
See, the devices themselves cannot store anything. They're just resonance oscillators, highly complex. The standard product, the Harmony Evolution, can process you on more than 4 million different frequencies simultaneously.
Wow.
And if you go up to the bigger ones, and the Omega, you can't even calculate it, because it moves with the shifts of the universe as well.
Okay. I think it's time to wrap up. I just want to mention one of the, go back to the testimonials at the very beginning. There's one there of a young lady in America who was a horse rider, professional horse rider that you'd met on a plane. Could you just quickly tell us about that? Because there is quite a nicely written testimonial on the website that you can read up about this. But it was quite intriguing, wasn't it? Could you just tell us that story quite quickly?
Yeah, it was. We actually met at the airport, and we only met because 2 flights had been cancelled. There was a local flight from, I can't even remember where now, but to Philadelphia, I think. And because we were all sort of sitting there, are they ever going to bring a plane? I noticed her, and I noticed that she never smiled. Her face was sort of pretty wooden, and she seemed to be in a lot of pain. And
what was the cause?
Well, she'd
been kicked by a horse, or she had a riding accident.
Riding accident, and not only she fell from the horse, the horse actually stamped on her face and crushed her jaw. And okay, it was restructured with titanium and whatever, but since then she'd been going for years from one specialist to another because the pain was just excruciating all the time. She could never get rid of the pain. And I said, well, I'll lend you this device, maybe it'll do something for you, I don't know, and give it back to me when we get to Washington. That's where we're going, to Washington. And then she was going on to Philadelphia and I was going on to Germany. And when we got back down to Washington, she was smiling. I said, oh, that's nice. She said, nice. Do you realise it's been years since I've been able to do that?
She says in a testimonial that it's been 5 years since she's been able to feel the inside of a mouth.
Yeah.
She bitten down on a lip or inside of her mouth and found out that she could actually feel. So that must have been quite something.
Yeah. I mean, we can only view this vicariously ourselves because, we don't know. We haven't the experience of what she'd been through, but it was such a relief to see her shining eyes and this smile. Enjoy. Keep it as a present. It's been a good trip. I'm going back home. Enjoy. And for a while she was very good at promoting the product for us. And then she went a different route. No idea what she's doing these days. I was all lost contact about 3 years ago.
Okay. Well, Karma, thanks for this quick. Well, didn't turn out it was quite so quick an interview, but I hope that you've been able to learn a little bit more about the technology, and obviously click on the link on the website to go ahead and do a bit more of your own research. There is a button there to be able to click it to be able to contact a member of the Harmony team, so that you can put forward your issues to ask whether or not it will benefit you. All I can say is don't hesitate, get on and buy one, and don't look back.